Now I was noticing that on my Jira automation videos, I get a lot of questions asking me about different things that users can do, and I thought I'll probably make a video on this topic. And the reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to give you my ideas in case you want to learn automation rules. Now I understand that now on cloud, first of all, a lot of people are moving towards Jira Cloud, which is obviously one reason why automation rules are now more than important than before, because when you move to cloud, although Jira can do a lot of wonderful things, I can understand that you want to automate things, because when you can automate things, you can make your life a lot easier. You can achieve your requirements, you can solve your problems. Now what I noticed is that although people are able to use automation rules, they are able to create automation rules, sometimes they are stuck with a few things that I think, although they think it is difficult, but they are not really difficult. Now, what I can recommend is that, which I have talked about in the past, it is okay if you want to, of course, use the automation rule interface by dragging and dropping, not really drag and drop, but by selecting different options that you are presented with. Like you can define different in your rule, different triggers and different actions, and you can create branches. All that is good, but one thing that I wanted to mention is use smart values, because with the help of smart values you can do a lot of other things that you don't even realize that those things are possible. You just need to use those smart values in your rules, and the good thing is that there is a documentation available for you. You can always go through the documentation and learn more about smart values. Of course, in the beginning, don't really try to remember each and everything. The good thing is that smart values, although it can do a lot, but it is not like learning a programming language. You just need to be aware of different things that you can do with different types of data values. For example, if you want to do something with a text field, or if you want to do something with numbers or dates, or maybe you want to pass a list, for example, as long as you're aware that these things are possible with the help of some functions also. For example, if you want to add working days to a date field, and maybe you want to update it back to a custom field, you can do that. So learn smart values from the very beginning. It will help you. It will help you in getting most out of your rules. Along with smart values, also try to learn the JSON. And for learning JSON, you can refer to my Mastering Jira REST API video series. There are a lot of things that you can do with the rules, like you can update a field, or maybe you want to add a comment, and of course many other things. But if there is something that you cannot really do with these built-in actions, you can do that with the help of REST API, or maybe by using the JSON format. So it is not really always REST API, although you can call Jira's own REST API by sending a web request. There is an option for doing that. But along with smart values, if you can learn a bit of JSON, how you can manage JSON, you can do amazing things with automation. People don't even realize that these things are possible with the help of these simple automation rules. Although they look simple, but they are not that simple. You can do a bit more than basic things by selecting the components from the UI. So if you want to learn, by the way, smart values, apart from, of course, learning and going through the documentation, if you go through my video series of Jira automation rules, I believe in each and every, or most of my videos, I have focused more on doing these advanced bits, not really doing simple obvious things that you can easily do. So I'm trying to help you, and I'm also trying to promote my own videos. Do take a look at my videos, because when I look at those questions, I realized that if you watch my, like for example, if you are asking a question like how to add a comment on a linked issue and at the same time transition an issue. So there are a few things that are happening here. First of all, you need to learn how to fetch the linked issues. Then you need to learn how to add a comment, and maybe you need to also transition the issue. So you can actually do that in one rule if you want. And I have talked about these things separately in a few of my videos. So if you are free, maybe on a weekend, go through my videos, and I'm sure you can learn a lot about automation rules, but not just the simple basic things. You can learn advanced bits as well. I've talked about, for example, how to make a web request, how to do something in Jira by using web request. For example, you want to integrate Jira with another tool. In that case, you have to make a REST call from Jira to that tool. But from that tool, you can also do something back in Jira. So you can have a proper integration if you want. And of course, many other things if you learn these things. And they are not at all difficult. All I'm trying to say is that you have to spend some time in the beginning. First, of course, get familiar with the basics and the fundamentals. But with the help of smart values, REST API, JSON, webhooks, you can do a lot of wonderful things. And that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you also learned something new today. Thank you very much.